హలో, నేను మీ ప్రియ అధ్యక్షుడు.
was discovered the pH neutral. Okay, and then so the so P is the mathematical operator. It's minus log. So minus log of H plus concentration is known as pH, or the negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration is known as pH. Sir, in the so negative H plus ion concentration is known as pH, right? And then so various importances are there: biological importance, industrial importance, and and so and what and the digestion. So all are categorized into only two processes. So the pH plays to maintain uh, produced by our stomach, hydrochloric acid. So this is the digestion of the food, and similarly, and to our due to pH, due to the pH of tea. Okay, to avoid that, you have to maintain what paste. So which contains the paste contains basic compounds. Okay, the paste contains basic compounds. By using paste, what happened? The paste neutralizes the our mouth pH. Neutralizes the our mouth pH. If pH below 5.5, so that helps to form the teeth. Okay, kabatti. So to avoid that, you have to brush the after meal. Okay, brush. Otherwise, bacteria in the mouth. Animals and plants. So protect themselves, they release some acids. For example, ant uh, that formic acid or methanoic acid. Okay, when you protect చేసుకోవడం కొరకు protect కొరకు ఏం చేస్తే అవి acids into the our body. Okay, so like that various applications are there, and then we are going to discuss the problems based on pH. The problems based on pH. Right. The problems based on pH. Very, very important. So what is the formula? So the basic formula is the pH is equal to, pH is what? Negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. This is the formula. This is the formula. Okay, you have to use this formula. Okay, so basically we have some problems. Okay, and let us see. So first problem, calculate the pH of calculate the pH of what? 0.001 m HCl solution. Okay, 0.001 m HCl solution. SCl solution. Right. So how can you calculate the pH of 0.01 m SCl solution? If and so m SCl solution. See, so here in this given 0.01 m, that is what concentration of HCl solution. So concentration of HCl solution. So the concentration of in that HCl solution, H plus ion is there and Cl minus ion is there. Okay. So here the concentration of HCl solution is what? 0.001. Okay. And so initially the concentration of H plus and Cl minus 0. Okay. And after ionization, the concentration of H plus ion is 0.001 and also the concentration of Cl minus 0.01 m. Okay. So here given that the concentration what is the concentration of H? Okay. So here what is pH? pH is minus log of H plus ion. We required concentration of H plus ion but not HCl solution, isn't it? Okay. So the concentration of H plus ion. Okay. So before start the reaction, the concentration of H plus ion, Cl minus ion is 0. So it is a strong electrolyte. It is a strong electrolyte, strong acid. So it dissociates completely. Dissociate completely means it gives maximum number of ions. Okay. So after dissociation, what is the concentration of HCl solution? 0. After dissociation, the concentration of H plus ion is 0.01 and 0.001 Cl minus. Okay. What is the concentration of H plus ion? 0.001 and concentration of Cl minus 1 0.001. Okay. So now we get the substitute that concentration in the formula, you will get the pH. See, so pH is equal to minus log of concentration of HCl is what? 0.001. This is the concentration of, isn't it? So you can write 0.001 m, isn't it? So directly the substitute that constant in the H plus. Okay. So this is what pH is equal to minus log of this value. So you can simplify like this, minus log. So you can write this 0.001. Ela rasavu 1 into, you can write like this, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3, isn't it? Raja, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3. 1 into, after point, how many decimals are there? How many digits are there? After point, 3 digits are there. So that you can write 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3 or 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay. And so see here, minus log of 10 to the power of minus 3 means, log of 10 to the power of minus 3 means minus 3 log 10. Minus 3 into log 10. So ela rastaru log values. Okay. So 10 to the power of, see, for example, log of 10 to the power of x. Log of 10 to the power of x is equal to x log 10. Ante kada, x log 10. Similarly, for example, 10 to the power of minus x log 10. Similarly, here also you can write like that. So minus into log of 10 to the power of minus means okay, minus 3 log 10. Okay, so minus into minus plus. So ఏమవుతుంది 3 log 10. What is log 10 value? Log 10 value is 1. Log 10 value 1. So So 3 into 1 means 3. Okay, this is the pH of the given SL solution. Okay, so like you can do the problems. No doubt. So, listen right, otherwise directly. Okay, right from here. Okay, come here. Interest unte, interest unte that. Otherwise, right. So next two. Completed? Huh? So calculate the pH of 0.01 m NaOH solution. NaOH solution. So calculate the pH of 0.01 m NaOH solution. So here given that base. In the previous case, acid. For acid, what is the pH? Negative logarithm of H plus ash concentration. For base, what is the pOH? pOH is equal to minus log of OH minus ash concentration. So, but here in this question, see first what is the concentration of OH minus ion? So from given problem, the OH minus ion concentration is equal to the concentration of OH minus ion is equal to how much? 0.01. So directly you could last the so what is the OH? 0.01 m. So you can write this as 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Isn't it? 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Right. So here given OH minus ion concentration, so that first you calculate the pOH and followed by the pH. Directly pH find out cheyalali endukante here given the concentration of OH minus ions. So from OH minus ions, how can you calculate pH? So first you have to calculate the pH and then pH. Okay, what is pH? pH is equal to minus log of OH minus ion concentration. Minus log of OH minus ion concentration. And then the pH is equal to substitute OH minus ion concentration. pH is equal to minus log of what? What is the concentration of that OH minus ion? 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2. And what is the value? Minus into, so log of 10 to the power of minus 2. Log of 10 to the power of minus 2 means minus 2 into log 10. Minus 2 into log 10. Okay, so log 10 value 1. So minus into minus plus. So what is the value of pH? pOH 2. What is the value of pOH? 2. And here you have to calculate pH. So pH plus pOH is equal to, we know that pH plus pOH is equal to what? 14. pH plus pOH is equal to 14. And then, so from this you can calculate the pH. So pH is equal to 14 minus pOH. Okay. So what is the value of pOH? 2. So 14 minus 2? 12. So this is the pH of the given NaOH solution. Okay, ఇలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. నో డౌట్. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో ఇక్కడ ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు? NaOH సొల్యూషన్ ఇచ్చాడు. that OH minus concentration. So OH minus concentration నుంచి pH ని right here we know that pH plus pOH is equal to 14. So next problem. చేస్తారు కదా ఇలా పేజెస్ పైన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇంకొకటి ఒక 2 ప్రాబ్లం చేసిన తర్వాత చూద్దాం. సో వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, ఇదే ఇస్తారు కంపల్సరీ క్వశ్చన్. pH of calculate the pH of 10 to the power of minus 8 MSCl solution. So very important to this. So calculate the pH of 10 to the power of minus 8 MSCl solution. SCl solution. So before we go to that, see. So what is the power of minus 1? So if concentration of H plus ion is equal to 10 to the power of minus 1, so directly you can say that what is the pH of this solution? 1. Directly 1. So what is the formula? Minus log of H plus ion concentration. Minus log of 10 to the power of minus 1 means 1 log 10. 1. 2. 3 log 10. 3. Like that. So if concentration to the power of minus 3. So on. 10 to the power of minus 7. 10 to the power of minus 8. Wrong. అందుకోసమే ఇక్కడ ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు? 10 to the power of minus 8. So if 8 అనుకోండి, for example pH of that solution is 8. What is the solution here? Given solution is acid. For acid, if the pH is 8, is there any value for pH? So up to pH for acid 7 అంతే కదా. అండ్ ఇక్కడ SCl solution, సో ఇలా ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఎలా చేయాలి? See here the concentration of H plus ion is equal to the given concentration is 10 to the power minus 8, and it is an aqueous solution. So that it has water molecule. So in that molecule, H plus has. So you consider those H plus ion concentration also. Only this H plus ions, and in water some H ions are there. The concentration of H plus ions from water here 10 to the power of minus 7. Okay, so what is the concentration of H plus ions in water? 10 to the power of minus 7. So then total concentration of H plus ion? The total concentration of H plus ion? The total concentration of H plus ions is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 and plus 10 to the power of minus 7. 10 to the power of minus 8 plus 10 to the power of minus 7. So then calculate. So ila calculate cheyali. Okay. So then okay. So next, what is pH? pH is equal to what is the formula? Minus log of H plus ion concentration. So here pH is equal to minus log of what is the concentration of H plus ion? H plus ion concentration is what? 10 to the power of minus 8 plus 10 to the power of minus 7. 10 to the power of minus 8 plus 10 to the power of minus 7. So simplify it. So minus log, and here I take common 10 to the power of minus 7. 10 to the power of minus 7 common this day. So this is 1 by 10. 1 by 10 plus 1. Isn't it? Is it right? 1 by 10. 1 by 10 means 10 minus 1. Okay, 10 minus 1, 10 minus 7. So is equal to minus log of 10 to the power of minus 7. So 1 by 10 means 0.01. 0.01 or 0.1? 0.1. 0.1. So 0.1 plus 1.1. 0.1 plus 1.1. 0.1 plus 1.1. Okay, so ఇలా ఇప్పుడు క్యాలిక్యులేట్, ఇప్పుడు సింప్లిఫై చేయండి. ఎలా వస్తుంది? సో మైనస్ లాగ్ ఆఫ్ 10 టు ది పవర్ ఆఫ్ minus 7 into 1.1 ఎలా రాస్తాం? సో is equal to, so here minus 1.1 into, so minus 1.1 plus, so 7, isn't it? Okay, so 7 minus 1.1 means 6.89. So this is the pH of the solution. This is the pH of solution, 6.89. ఇలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. Okay, so ఇలా ఇచ్చినప్పుడు HCl solution ఇచ్చినప్పుడు you have to add H plus ion concentration from water. Water నుంచి H plus ion concentration add చేయాలి. What is the concentration of H plus ion in water? 10 to the power of minus 7. So next వస్తుంది ionic product of simple class. సో ఇది ఎలా వస్తుందంటే 7 minus log 1.1. 7 minus log 1.1 value is 0.04, sorry, 6.96, sorry. కొంచెం ఎలబరేటరీ మీరు రాయాలా? సో ఇది ఎలా వస్తుందంటే సి మైనస్ ఇంటూ -7 log 10 plus -1 log 10 plus log of 1.1 ఇలా వస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో తెలుసు మైనస్ లాగ్ ఆఫ్ 10 to the power -7 అంటే మైనస్ ఇంటూ -7 ఇంటూ లాగ్ 10 ప్లస్ మరి దీనికి కూడా లాగ్ అప్లై చేయాలి కాబట్టి లాగ్ ఆఫ్ 1.1. ఓకే, సో దిస్ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ 7 ప్లస్ సారీ ఇక్కడ ఏమో మైనస్ ఓకే, సో log of 1.1 value 0.04, log of 1.1 value 0.04. లాగారిథం టేబుల్ ఉంటుంది, దాని నుంచి తీసుకోవాలి 1.1. ఓకే, log of 1.1 means 0.04, so its value 6.96. సో వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ ఇదే అడుగుతున్నారు, ఇది ఒకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. Okay, next calculate రాసుకున్నారా? రైట్, సో నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం calculate the weight of next one, calculate ఇది కదా ఇలా అంటే calculate sorry right, so this hash calculate the weight of SL solution present in the weight of calculate the weight of SL solution when its pH is equal to 3. So pH here given the pH value ఇచ్చాడు, దాని నుంచి వెయిట్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. pH value ఇచ్చాడు, వెయిట్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. సో ఇక్కడ pH means 3 and the concentration of, so pH, if pH is 3, what is the 3, what is the concentration of H? Reverse ante 10 to the power of -3. What is the concentration of H plus ion? 10 to the power of -3. See here, if pH is 3, then concentration of H plus ion is equal to 10 to the power of -3. So 10 to the power of -3 means you can write 0.001 m. It is the concentration of what? HCl solution. So if you know the concentration how can you calculate the weight of the substance? ఎలా calculate చేస్తావు? So here given molarity లో ఇచ్చాడు. What is the formula molarity? Molarity is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by V in ml. So this is the formula, right? So ikkada given that molarity, so how much it is? 0.01. So substitute that value 0.01 0.001 is equal to, so you have to find out weight, and then what is the gram molecular weight here? 36.5. So here the gram molecular weight of HCl is equal to 36.5 into 1000 by. So what is the volume of solution? Given as molarity, in terms of molarity, molarity means the amount of substance which is present in 1 liter solution. 1 liter of solution means 1000 ml. So here 1000 ml, right? And so then weight is equal to, simplify it. So weight is equal to cross multiply. So then 0.001. So 1000. So 0.001. Then so this is 0.365. So this is the weight of the HCl solution. Weight of the HCl solution is having pH 3. Okay, calculate. No doubt. So pHs ఇస్తే weight ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి, కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఇస్తే pH ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి అనేది ఇప్పటివరకు చూసాం. అర్థమైందా? చూడండి, అది nothing but concentration of H plus ion కదా. So H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 means 0.001 m. So n అవ్వచ్చు, m అవ్వచ్చు. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఉంటే నార్మాలిటీ ఫార్ములా అప్లై చేయాలి. నార్మాలిటీ నుంచి కూడా వెయిట్ వస్తుంది, మొలారిటీ నుంచి కూడా వెయిట్ వస్తుంది. మీరు ఏదైనా చూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, సో నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం చూస్ సో దెన్ యు నో weight of 0.0365 0.365 ఇంకో 0 grams, there is grams, gr means grams. Okay, enough సరిపోతాయి, ఇంకా కొన్ని చేద్దాం. సరిపోతాయి కదా, రైట్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ అయానిక్ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్. సో pH పైన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, మొలారిటీ అండ్ నార్మాలిటీ. సో ఈ 3 కాన్సెప్ట్స్ పైన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఏదైనా క్రిటికాలిటీ ఉంటే చెప్పండి, ఎలా చేయాలి, ఎవరికైనా అర్థం కాకపోతే చెప్పండి. సో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ pH, మొలారిటీ, నార్మాలిటీ అండ్ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ మోల్స్ ఆల్సో. సో వీటిపైన ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి. ఏం లేవు కదా, అందరికీ అర్థమైంది కదా. సో ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ పైన క్వశ్చన్ వస్తే లీవ్ చేయాలి కదా, లీవ్ చేయలేదు. 100% అటెంప్ట్ చేయాలి, ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి, క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు అటెంప్ట్ చేయాలి, ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి, ఫుల్ మార్క్స్ వస్తాయి. థియరిటికల్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు హాఫ్ మార్క్ 1 మార్క్ కట్ అవ్వడానికి ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. సో ప్రాబ్లమేటిక్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మాత్రం కట్ అవ్వడానికి ఛాన్సే ఉండదు. కాబట్టి సో ఇవి కొంచెం జాగ్రత్తగా ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములా అప్లై చేయాలి, ఫార్ములా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయాలి, అంతే, ఇంకేముంటుంది. ఏ ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేయాలి ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది అంటే డాటా రాయాలి ఫస్ట్. ఆ ప్రాబ్లం నుండి డాటా రాస్తే బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ యూ కెన్ చూస్ ద ఫార్ములా. ఓకే, ఆ ఫార్ములా బేస్ చేసుకొని సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే మనకి ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. రైట్, ఓకే, వెళ్ళచ్చు. Water, ionic product of water, ionic product of water. So it is can be denoted by Kw. So Kw means ionic product of water. K means constant. Okay, so it is an equilibrium constant. So equilibrium constant of water is also known as ionic product of water. So before going to definition, what are ions present in water? H plus and OH minus ions. What are ions present in water? H plus and OH minus. So if the water is strong, electrolyte. So electrochemistry. So it is a weak electrolyte. The pure water is and it dissociates partially and gives more ions, less number of ions. Kada partial. So here water is a weak electrolyte. So weak electrolyte means it undergoes. So ఇక్కడ in-depth గా వెళ్తే చూద్దాం. So what is ionic product of water? The product of concentrations of H plus ions and OH minus ions. H plus ions and OH minus ions. H plus ions ions at 25 degrees centigrade. At 25 degrees centigrade is known as ionic product of water. Ionic product of water. So this is what Kw. What is Kw? The product of, so name itself tells us, product means multiplication. The product of concentration in water, H plus and OH minus ions are there. H plus and OH minus ions at 25 degrees centigrade means at room temperature. At room temperature is known as ionic product of water. So then the Kw is equal to, so concentration always expressed in square bracket. So the concentration of H plus and OH minus ion product. The multiplication of H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration is known as Kw. Kw is equal to the product of H plus and OH minus ion concentration is known as ionic product of water. So then, what is the Kw value? So Kw value, Kw value is equal to, so this value is equal to, it is a constant, the value is 1 into 10 to the minus 14 mole square per liter square. Mole square per liter square. Mole square per liter square. Kw value. So Kw value is equal to, Kw value is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 14 mole square per liter square. Mole square per liter square. And then, so what is the concentration of H plus and OH minus ion? See here, for 80 molar for water, the concentration of H plus ion is equal to the concentration of H plus ion is equal to the concentration of OH minus ion. The concentration of OH minus ion. The concentration of H plus ion is equal to concentration of OH minus ion. So the Kw is equal to H plus ion concentration. In the place of OH minus ion, I can write again H plus ion concentration. Is it right? So here H plus is equal to OH minus ion. Okay. So Kw is equal to H plus and OH minus ion. In the place of OH minus ion, H plus ion concentration. Okay. So then Kw is equal to H plus ion concentration into square. Okay. H plus ion square. Okay, H plus H plus H plus ion square. So then H plus ion concentration is equal to what happened? H plus ion concentration is equal to root of Kw. Root of Kw. అర్థమైందమ్మా? For what? The concentration of H plus ion is equal to concentration of OH minus ion. So ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ మనం దేనిలో యూజ్ చేసాము? Kw, ionic product of water lo use chestunna. Okay, so Kw is equal to, you know that, H plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. In the place of OH minus concentration, I substituted the concentration of H plus ion. Endukante they are in equimolar. They are in equimolar kabatti, so you can write in the place of OH minus ion H plus ion. Okay, H plus ion right. So H plus ion square. Okay, square తీసేస్తే root of Kw వస్తుంది. And what is Kw value? What is Kw? So Kw is equal to, after this write down, Kw is equal to okay, wait. H plus H plus ion concentration is equal to so what is the Kw value? Root of 1 into 10 to the power of minus 14. So it become 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 mole per liter. So what is the concentration of H plus ion? 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 or 10 to the power of minus 7. ఇంతకుముందు యూజ్ చేసాం చూడండి. ఇంతకుముందు ప్రాబ్లంలో the concentration of H plus ion from water 10 to the power of minus 7 అదే అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో 10 to the power of minus 7 ఎలా వచ్చిందంటే ఇది రైట్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ionic product of water. Ionic product of right. నోట్ చేసుకోండి. సో ఇది రాసిన తర్వాత ఇది పోయింది కదా. Of KW. What is the importance of KW? KW means ionic product of water. K ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? It is a ionic constant or dissociation constant. Okay, మీరు higher studies లో higher classes లో చదువుతారు కానీ constant of W water. So ionic product of water is also known as dissociation constant of water, right? And next importance of KW. Importance of KW or importance of ionic product of water. So importance. So what are the importance of KW? KW importance ఏంటి? సో అది అడిగినప్పుడు ఇది కూడా అడుగుతాడు కాబట్టి రాయండి. ఓకే, ఒక 2 ఇంపార్టెన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. నెంబర్ 1, సో టు క్యాల్కులేట్ ద concentrations useful to calculate the concentrations of what? H plus ion and OH minus ions. H plus ions and OH minus ions concentration to find out. అంతే కదా. -10 to the power -7. So if multiply with each other, 10 to the power -7, 10 to the power -7, 10 to the power -14 moles per liter square. అలా. ఓకే. So to know the nature of aqueous solution, aqueous solution. So to know the nature of the aqueous solution. And for example, if concentration of H plus ion is equal to concentration of OH minus ion, so then what is the nature of aqueous solution? So both are same. H plus ion concentration enta undo, OH minus ion concentration kuda acidity undo, anta basicity kuda undi. So that very good. So if H plus ion concentration is equal to OH minus ion concentration, then the nature of the solution is neutral solution. That aqueous solution is neutral. The concentration of H plus ion is greater than OH minus ion concentration. So what is the nature of solution? What is the nature of this solution? Anybody? Anyone? If concentration of H plus ion is more than concentration of OH minus ion, acid or base? Acid. So the concentrations of H plus ions are more than the OH minus ion. So that it is that aqueous solution is acidic. Okay, acidic solution. That is acidic solution. And next, if H plus ion concentration is less than OH minus ion concentration, so it is determine the nature of the aqueous solution on the basis of Kw equilibrium. So that is what ionic product of water. So this is about ionic product of water, Kw. What is Kw and what is the value and what are the importance? Okay, what is Kw? So it is the product of concentration of water. So it is the product of concentrations of H plus and OH minus ions of water at 25 degrees centigrade. At 25 degrees centigrade is known as ionic product of water. Okay. So rather the product of concentrations of H plus and OH minus ions of water and rather H plus and OH minus ions of water at 25 degrees centigrade. So write down the product of concentration ions of water. Of water at 25 degrees centigrade is known as ionic product of water. దీనిపైన ఒక చిన్న ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది, అది ఒకటి చేసుకొని నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ వెళ్ళిపోదాం. సో ionic product of water పైన it is related to that pH. Related to pH. So write down, calculate the H plus and OH minus ions concentration and OH minus ions concentration of a solution pH is 5. So what is the concentration of H plus and OH minus ion? So already manaku telusu H plus ion directly you can calculate. Okay, what is the concentration of H plus ion? 5. Right, very good. What 5? Right. So concentration of H plus ion. Concentration of H plus ion is equal to 10 to the power of minus 5. Okay. pH 5. Okay. And what about concentration of OH minus ion? Adi kavala. So directly you can calculate the concentration of H plus ion is 10 to the power of minus 5. బాబు ఏం చేస్తున్నాను? ఫోన్ చూస్తున్నావా? మేడం దీని దగ్గర ఫోన్ సెకండ్. Okay, and then the concentration of OH minus ion is equal to right. So how can you calculate the concentration of OH minus ion? So you know that Kw is equal to the concentration of H plus and OH minus ion, isn't it? The concentration of H plus and OH minus ion, right? And so what is the value of Kw? 10 to the power of minus 14. or 1 into 10 to the power minus 14 or 10 to the power minus 14 is equal to, what is the concentration of H plus ion? 10 to the power of minus 5, and you have to find out the concentration of OH. So then OH minus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power of minus 14 by 10 to the power of minus 5 is equal to 10 to the power of minus, ఇది 10 to the power of minus 5 కి వెళ్తే plus 5 అవుతుంది. So 10 to the power of minus 14, 10 to the power of plus 5, 10 to the power of minus 9. So this is the concentration of OH minus ion, OH minus ion. అలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి, రైట్ రైట్. So next to last topic, buffer solution. So buffer solutions. Yes. So what are buffer solutions? So generally for a solution, acidic solution, if you add base solution, what is the nature of resultant solution? What is the nature of resultant solution? So you are adding base to the acid. So what is the pH of that solution? Increases or decreases? Increases. You are adding base solution so that the pH values are increases. For example, for a base solution, if you add acid solution, the pH values are decreases. Okay, and for an acidic solution, if you add water, what about the pH of the solution? Decreases or increases? Decreases or increases? Water. So what happened there? The acidic strength will be decreases. If acidic strength decreases, the pH of that solution a base solution. To that add water. And what about pH? What about pH? Decreases or increases? Decreases. అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదు అన్నమాట. సో కొంచెం నిద్ర మోపులు వదిలేసి నిద్ర నుంచి క్లాస్కి రండి, రైట్. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ pH, for example, base solution, I take base solution. So you know that the base solution, for example, sodium hydroxide solution అనుకోండి, sodium hydroxide solution. So and to this I am adding the concentration of this solution decreases. What about pH? Decrease. Seven to 14. If it is right, is it weak base or strong base? Weak base. If the pH is 13, strong base. And if you are adding water add చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఏమవుతుంది బేసిక్ స్ట్రెంత్ అనేది ఏమవుతుంది డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది సో డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి pH values are also decreases for this is for basic solutions అదే acidic solutions అయితే రివర్స్ ఉంటుంది acidic solution అయితే రివర్స్ ఉంటుంది అండ్ ఇక్కడ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్ ఏంటంటే సో కీప్ ఇన్ మైండ్ ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ ను మైండ్ లో పెట్టుకొని ఇప్పుడు వినండి సో బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్ సో వాట్ ఆర్ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్స్ So, what are buffer solutions? See, buffer solutions ఏంటంటే the pH of solution resist to addition of acid small amounts of acids, bases and water. The pH of solution resists to addition of small amount of acids, bases and water. What are buffer solutions? The solutions which pH resist to addition of small amounts of acids, bases and water are known as buffer solutions. So the solutions which resist to the solutions which resist to water, which resist to change in by addition of small amounts of acids, bases and water are known as buffer solutions. The solutions which resist to acids and water యాడ్ చేసాం అనుకోండి pH ఏమవుతుంది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది యాసిడ్ సొల్యూషన్స్ కు బేసిక్ సొల్యూషన్స్ కు వాటర్ యాడ్ చేసాం అనుకోండి pH ఏమవుతుంది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది బట్ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్ ఫర్ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్ నువ్వు ఏమైనా యాడ్ చేయి there is no change in pH so those types of solutions are called buffer solutions అర్థమవుతుందా సొల్యూషన్స్ యొక్క pH చేంజ్ నువ్వు యాసిడ్ యాడ్ so what are buffer solutions the solutions resist addition of small amounts of buffer solutions అర్థమైందా అంటే నేను ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ I take a buffer solution for example so this is what a buffer solution I taken in a small beaker అనుకోండి so if I add acid for example initially the pH of this buffer solution is for example 4 of buffer solution? 4. And if you add acid, is there any change in pH of buffer solution? No. If you add base, so what is the pH of buffer solution? 4 only. If you add water, what is the change? What is the pH of buffer solution? 4 only. You ఏమైనా add change. pH is never change. So those types of solutions are called buffer solutions. Clear? What are buffer solutions? The solutions which resist to change in pH by addition of small amounts of acids, bases, are called the buffer solutions. And then here buffer solutions are, next point, buffer solutions are two types. Buffer solutions are two types. Statement రాసుకున్నారా అది? Acidic buffer solution, acidic buffer solution, acidic buffer solutions, and number 2, basic buffer solutions. Basic buffer solutions, acidic buffer solutions and basic buffer solutions. So what are acidic buffer solutions? చూద్దాం. How can you prepare acidic buffer solution and basic buffer solutions అని చూద్దాం.
పావుగంట క్లాస్ బ్రేక్ అన్నారు. అంటే వినాయకుడి నిమజ్జనం జరుగుతుంది, కాలేజీ వినాయకుడు వాళ్ళందరినీ ఇక్కడి నుంచి పెడితే వినాయకుడికి బయలుదేరింది.
ఎప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు ఇవ్వమంటారా? ఇప్పుడు ఓకే, స్టాప్ చేయమంటారా? ఇంకా వచ్చిందా? బయలుదేరుతుందా?
చెప్పండి, చూసి
ఇలాంటి సొల్యూషన్స్ ఎలా తయారు చేస్తారు? ఇది కొంచెం క్రిటికలే కదా. How can you prepare buffer solutions? How can you prepare solution and basic buffer solution? Small amounts చేసిన లార్జ్ అమౌంట్ మనప్పుడు బయట నుంచి ఇప్పుడు 100 ml ఉంది, డైరెక్ట్ 200 ml యాడ్ చేయవచ్చు. అలా తీసుకోవడం ద్వారా ఏమవుతుంది? there is no change in the pH of
గణేష్ నిమజ్జనం జరుగుతుంది మన కాలేజీకి. వినాయకుడు వస్తున్నాడు, మీ అందరూ ఇక్కడ మీరు చెప్పులు పెట్టున్నారు కదా, లైన్గా నుంచి వినాయకుడి దగ్గర మన క్లాస్ వచ్చింది. ఓకేనా? మీరు ఎవరు ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళొద్దు, ఇక్కడే ఇక్కడ నుంచోండి. వెళ్ళిపోవద్దు.
Silence. Silence. Right. Buffer solutions. So what are buffer solutions? Now we have two types of buffer solutions. One is acidic buffer solution and basic buffer solution. Okay, acidic buffer solutions. What are acidic buffer solutions? How can you prepare acidic buffer solutions? See, generally buffer solutions, acidic buffer solution. So acidic buffer solutions can be made by so this solution acidic buffer solution made by so these solutions are made by of weak acid and and salt of its strong base. So here acidic buffer solutions can be made by solutions are made by what? How can you make? By mixing. How can you make these types of solution? By mixing up its salt of strong base. For example, tell me one weak acid, acetic acid, weak acid, and its salt of strong base. Its salt of strong base. See how salt is formed when acid is mixed up with the base. For example, here I take a strong base, that is NaOH. By mixing COO Na and plus water. Okay, so here I have to take this salt. Okay, so what? Mixing of weak acid, this is weak acid, and salt of its strong base. Salt of its strong base. What is the salt of its strong base? CH3COO Na. So the mixture of CH3COOH and CH3COO Na is known as acidic buffer solution. Okay, what is the acidic buffer solution? How can you make acidic buffer solution? By mixing up weak acid and Salt of its strong base. Salt of its strong base. Okay. So this is the composition of the acidic buffer solution, and its pH is, so its pH is solution maintain pH 4. So to this, if you add acid or base, never change its pH 4. Never change its pH. pH change కాదు. సొల్యూషన్ అండ్ ఎలా వర్క్ చేస్తుందో చూద్దాం. అర్థమైందా? అసిడిక్ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఇట్ ఇస్ వీక్ యాసిడ్, ద మిక్చర్ ఆఫ్ వీక్ యాసిడ్ అండ్ సాల్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ స్ట్రాంగ్ బేస్. ఓకే, ఈ రెండింటిని కలిపితే మనకి ఏం తయారవుతుంది? అసిడిక్ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్ తయారవుతుంది. వీక్ సాల్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ స్ట్రాంగ్ బేస్ తీసుకోవాలి. లైక్ దట్ యూ కెన్ మేక్ ది acidic buffer solution, and its pH is 4. Never change its pH by addition of acid, base and water. Okay, so ela work chestundo chudam. Working of this acidic buffer solution raskuntunnara right అక్కడ వరకు రాశారు కదా. నెక్స్ట్ సైడ్ హెడింగ్ acidic buffer solution పెట్టండి. రైట్ ఆన్. How it works. So working. So you know that COOH is a weak acid. Weak acid, it dissociates partially. It dissociates partially and gives less number of ions. It dissociates partially. Partial dissociation. Partial ionization or partial dissociation. So that it produces what? CH3, COO minus and H plus. Okay, and one more is there, that is salt. So here the salt is a strong salt. It is a strong electrolyte, so that it undergoes complete ionization by this. It produces acidic buffer solution. How it works? How the pH never change by adding acid bases. Okay, for example, in acid add chestunna. So addition of acid means, so adding H plus ions from strong acid తీసుకోండి. So if by adding from HCl, what happened? ఏమవుతుంది? ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నా, ఈ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్కి ఏం చేస్తున్నామా? యాసిడ్ యాడ్ చేస్తున్నా. యాసిడ్ యాడ్ చేయడం అంటే ఏంటి? బై యాడింగ్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ అడిషన్ ఆఫ్ యాసిడ్? హియర్ H plus ions from HCl solution. So when the HCl solution is added to this buffer solution, here H plus ions are combined with H plus ions weight to combined with CH3CO minus CH3CO minus combined. See, by adding H plus ions from HCl here combines with CH3COO minus, combines with CH3CO minus, combines with CH3COO minus, CO minus and forms CH3COH. So is there any change in pH? No. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు HCl HCl combined ఏమవుతున్నాయి? So again that weak acid change in pH? No. Example that there is no change in the pH by addition of acids. Okay, and then next to addition of base. So addition of base. So by adding base, what happens? Let us see. Addition of base. So base add చేయడం అంటే ఏంటి? So by adding what? By adding base, strong base. What is that? NaOH. So from NaOH. So combines with దేనితోటి combine అవుతాయి మరి? These with here form of this combines with CH3COOH. ఎలా చూపిస్తా? CH3COOH and forms CH3 and water. So what is water? Water is also a weak electrolyte. So kabatti there is no change in pH. See, so when the CH3COH is added to OH minus, ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ? So here OH minus ion takes the H plus ion from the CH3COH. H plus ion తీసేసుకొని ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ? So here the CH3CO minus and H2O. So when the OH minus ion combines with H plus ion, water is formed. Okay, whenever that acid loses it forms CH3CO minus. Okay, and CH3CO minus and H2O are formed, so that there is no change in the pH. Okay, so like that this acidic buffer solution works by adding what acid and bases. Acid add chesina, base add chesina ilage untundi. That pH never change. That pH is 4. pH 4 is never changed by addition of acid and base. Okay, acid add cheste emautundi? CH3COH is formed. Base add cheste emautundi? Water and CH3CO minus form అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి there is no change in the pH. pH అనేది చేంజ్ కాదు, అలాగే ఉండిపోతుంది. So this is the working of acidic buffer solution. రాసుకున్నారా? రాయండి. So next to basic buffer solution. What is basic buffer solution? So ilage basic buffer solution chudam. How can you prepare basic buffer solution? How can we prepare the acidic buffer solution? By mixing of what? Weak acid and salts of its strong base. అలాగే basic buffer solution చెప్పండి. These solutions are made by ఎలా తయారు చేస్తాం? Mixing of weak base and salt of its strong acid. How can you prepare? Well, how can you prepare acidic power solution? How can you prepare acidic power solution? Tell me weak acid. Wait. Tell me example of weak acid. అన్నీ రాసాను అయిపోయింది ఆల్రెడీ. వీక్ యాసిడ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పండి మీ ముగ్గురు ఎవరైనా ఓకే. వీక్ యాసిడ్, స్ట్రాంగ్ యాసిడ్, స్ట్రాంగ్ బేస్, ఇవన్నీ ఏం తెలియవు, ఏదో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, వినాలి కదా. Okay, so basic buffer solution. Second one, basic buffer solution. So how can you prepare basic buffer solution? These solutions are made by weak base and salt of its strong acid. Okay, strong acid. So its pH is so ఇంతకుముందు రాసుకున్నారు కదా ఏంది for acidic power solution what is the pH? 4. And here its pH is 9 to 10. So these basic buffer solutions maintains constant pH 9 to 10 and acidic buffer solutions maintain pH 4. And here basic buffer solutions are maintains pH 9 to 10. Okay, and then example of basic buffer solution. Tell me one weak base, NH4OH. It is a weak base. Okay, and then it's salt of strong acid. For example, so NH4OH is a weak acid. And to this add one strong acid. What is the strong acid? HCl. If you add HCl, what is the salt will be formed? NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride and water is formed. NH4Cl and water is formed. Okay, so that here the mixture of NH4OH and NH4Cl. Okay, so this mixture is known as what? Basic buffer solution. Okay, the mixture and working. How the buffer solution works? Right, working of this basic buffer solution. Working. Right. So see here weak acid, the weak base that is NH4OH. So it dissociate. So what is this? What is the symbol? What it means? Reversible reaction. And here the equilibrium is established between the reactants and products. So these are products and this is what reactant. In between the products and reactant there is a equilibrium. Equilibrium means the rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of reactants are forming products. What is backward? Products are forming equilibrium అనేది ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. ఈక్విలిబ్రియం form. Okay, so this is the meaning of that symbol. And one more salt is there, that is NH4Cl. And here NH4Cl is completely dissociate into NH4 plus and Cl minus. Okay, so these are the ions which are present in the basic buffer solution. These are the ions present in basic buffer solution. What ions? NH4 plus ions and OH minus ions and Cl minus ions. So change it down. So add acid and bases. How the pH of the basic buffer solution? Addition of acid. So by adding acid, what happened? So addition of acid means H plus ions from take one strong acid. H plus ions from strong acid enti HCl. Adding H plus ions from HCl, ఏం చేస్తుంది? That H plus ions combines with water. So directly that H plus ions combines with OH minus ions. Directly that H plus ions are not combines with OH minus ions and form the water. Okay, here H plus ions are combines with NH4OH. NH4OH combined. So H plus ions from HCl NH4OH and forms what? NH4 plus and weak electrolyte. That is so here NH4OH combines with H plus ions. So here the H plus ions attracts the OH minus ion from the ammonium hydroxide. H plus ion OH minus ion forms water and NH4 plus ions and water is formed. So you know that water is a weak electrolyte. It never changes the pH of the buffer solution. So water form అయితే there is no change in the pH. Okay, like that. So if you add acid to the acid add చేస్తున్నాం అంటే దాని మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? H plus ions add చేస్తున్నాం. So by adding H plus ions, what happened? That H plus ions are react with weak acid, weak base NH4OH తోటి మనకి NH4 plus and H2O form. And then addition of next one, addition of buffer solution రాసారా? Yes. Next to addition of base. Addition of base. Addition of base means adding OH minus ions. Adding OH minus ions from take one strong base, that is NaOH. Okay, by adding OH minus ions to the basic buffer solution, what are products? What products are formed? See, let us see. Right. So addition of base. Addition of base. So addition of base means by adding NaOH strong base and combines with. So these OH minus ions are combined with NH4 plus. Combined with NH4 plus. So NH4 plus ions are there. NH4 plus ions. So there NH4 plus ions and forms what? Forms NH4OH. So it is a weak base. So that it is a weak electrolyte. So it never changes the number of ions. Never changes the number of ions. Never increases or decreases the number of ions. Okay, so that the pH will be constant. Okay, so pH epudu change avutundi? pH epudu change avutundi? Whether the number of H plus ions are increases or decreases, or OH minus ions are increases or decreases, then only the pH will be changed. When the number of ions changes, number of ions change అయినప్పుడు pH కూడా change కాదు. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటి NH4OH ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. సో NH4OH is a weak electrolyte. It never increases the buffer solution. Its number of ions. In the pH of the buffer solutions. Okay, so this is what working of buffer solutions. And next to uses of, and see ikkada reaction raskondi. So NH4 plus and OH minus ions produces NH4OH. NH4OH. Okay, next to uses and the importance of buffer solution. Importance of buffer solution. Where we use importance of buffer solutions. ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తాం మరి? వీటి గురించి ఇంతగా చదువుకున్నాం కదా, ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తాం? ఓకే, సో buffer solutions are used in chemical analysis and industrial synthetic processes, industrial synthetic process లో యూజ్ చేస్తారన్నమాట. ఓకే, అండ్ కెమికల్ అనాలిసిస్. సో ఇన్ ద క్వాలిటేటివ్ అండ్ క్వాంటిటేటివ్ అనాలిసిస్ అండ్ ఆల్సో సమ్ ప్రిపరేషన్స్, ఇండస్ట్రియల్ ప్రిపరేషన్స్ లో. సో ది కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ pH, ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్స్ ఈజ్ వెరీ యూస్ఫుల్ అనమాట. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ buffer solutions are used in fermentation process. Fermentation process and in dyeing process, in dyeing color paints, in dyeing process lo kuda use avutundi. Dyeing means coloring and next to tanning of leather. So leather ni hard ga marchadam. So in the conversion of leather into hard substance, tanning of leather antam dani. Tanning of leather and tanning of leather. Okay. Next. Solutions are used to preserve the spoilage of food. Generally we use buffer solutions. ఫుడ్ స్పాయిలేజ్ అవ్వకుండా ప్రిజర్వ్ చేయడం కొరకు, స్టోర్ చేయడం కొరకు ఈ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తారు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం పికిల్ లాంగ్ టైం ఎందుకు స్టోర్ అవుతుంది? అక్కడ చూడండి, సాల్ట్ అండ్ వాటర్. సో డ్యూ టు ద ప్రజెన్స్ ఆఫ్ దట్ సాల్ట్ అండ్ వాటర్ ద పికిల్ విల్ బి ప్రిజర్వ్ ఫర్ లాంగ్ టైం. ఓకే, సో అక్కడ యూజ్ చేసే కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటి? బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్. పికిల్ మనం స్టోర్ చేస్తాం కదా, సో ఆ స్టోరింగ్ ఆఫ్ పికిల్ లో యూజ్ అయ్యే కాన్సెప్ట్ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్. నెక్స్ట్, and buffer solutions are to remove the hardness of water. Water hardness removడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తారు. Are used to remove the hardness of water. And nothing but in the purification of water. So this buffer solution concept is very useful anamata. And also used in medical applications. So buffer solutions are used in medical applications like to prepare tonics and సో లాంగ్ టైమ్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి అండ్ లాంగ్ టైం ప్రిజర్వ్ చేయడానికి గల రీజన్ ఏంటంటే బై బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఓన్లీ. బై బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్, సో దట్ సిరప్స్ అండ్ టానిక్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ స్పాయిల్డ్ ఫర్ లాంగ్ టైమ్. సో they are preserved for long time. They are not spoiled. Okay, they are not spoiled. So that these buffer solutions are applications like preparation of tonics and syrups. So this is about the importance of buffer solution. Okay, ekkada use chestam, where we use buffer solutions in the medical applications and in the purification of water, and that means removal of hardness of water, and also used to preserve the food items cheyadaniki, and also in industrial process like the dyeing process and tanning of leather. Sugar industry also, sugar industry lo kuda use chestaru. Sugar industry lo kuda buffer solution use chestaru. And next, And buffer solutions are used in chemical analysis like qualitative and quantitative analysis, and in the preparation of various drugs. Okay, industrial synthesis process means various drugs preparations లో వీటన్నిటిలో కూడా యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో completed. So second chapter, solutions, acids and bases. Okay, so దీనిలో ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి ఈ చాప్టర్లో. సో కంప్లీట్ సొల్యూషన్స్, టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ సొల్యూషన్ చెప్పుకున్నాం, అండ్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఇన్ ద సొల్యూషన్ చెప్పుకున్నాం, సొల్యూట్ అండ్ సాల్వెంట్, అండ్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ టర్మ్స్ చెప్పుకున్నాం, మోల్ కాన్సెప్ట్, మొలారిటీ, నార్మాలిటీ చెప్పుకున్నాం, అండ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చెప్పుకున్నాం వాటిపైన. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ సొల్యూషన్స్ టాపిక్ కంప్లీటెడ్. నెక్స్ట్ పిహెచ్. సో పిహెచ్ అని చెప్పుకున్నాం, యాసిడ్స్ అండ్ బేసెస్ చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఓకే, అండ్ సో పిహెచ్ పైన ప్రాబ్లం చెప్పుకున్నాం. తర్వాత బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్, పిహెచ్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ చెప్పుకున్నాం, అండ్ బఫర్ సొల్యూషన్ చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఓకే, సో ఇది మనకు ఈ సెకండ్ చాప్టర్ లో ఉన్న టాపిక్స్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్ లో చెప్పండి. అటామిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అండ్ క్వాంటమ్. ఇచ్చారు కదా. ఓకే, లెట్స్ జస్ట్ లిసన్. ఓకే, right. So what is atom? What is atom? The smallest particle in the substance is known as atom. Very fine particle in the substance is known as atom. And this atom is derived from the atom word is taken from the Greek language, that is atamio. Atamio. So this word is derived from atamio. So this is what Greek word atamio. From atamio, that atom. And what is the meaning of atamio? Indivisible. So indivisible means we can this substance is known as atom. So you can't you cannot divide. Okay, so indivisible part, that part of the substance is okay. So what is the size of what is the radius of atom? ఎంత ఉంటుంది? Just so the radius of atom is just 1 nanometer, very less. Okay, or 1 by 10 to the power of 9 meters. Okay, meter, right? So on the less size of the one part lo 10 to the power of 9 parts crores. నిన్న చెప్పుకున్నాం మోర్ సైజ్. సో ఈ దీనిలో మనకి 12 parts అంటే సో రీజనబుల్, కన్సిడరబుల్. In that 10 to the power of 9 parts means సో 12 parts అంటేనే ఇలా ఇంత చిన్నగా ఉంది. 10 to the power of 9 అంటే crores. It's very finest particle. ఇంకా సబ్ పార్టికల్స్ ఉంటాయి. వాట్ ఆర్ దే subatomic particles. Some subatomic particles are also present. Generally, the atoms only involved in the reaction. During reaction, so the smallest particles are involved in the chemical reaction, isn't it? ఆ చిన్న పార్టికల్స్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతాయి రియాక్షన్ లో. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కార్బన్ ఉంది, కార్బన్ కనబడుతుందా మీకు? సో దానిలో ఉండే ఫైనెస్ట్ పార్టికల్ ఇన్వాల్వ్స్ ఇన్ ద కెమికల్ రియాక్షన్. సో జనరలీ ద ఆటమ్స్ ఆర్ ఇన్వాల్వ్స్ ఇన్ ఏ కెమికల్ రియాక్షన్, అండ్ ఇన్ దట్ ఆటమ్ subatomic particles are there. What are they? Electron, proton and neutron. So what is electron? So negatively charged particles are called electrons. So which are discovered by J.J. Thomson. Who named the electron? So the scientist Stoney named the electron. So from where the cathode rays experiment, the J.J. Thomson discovered the electrons. Cathode rays experiment entadi from cathode rays experiment lo ఏమవుతాయి? The particles are passed from cathode to anode. So in that experiment you can the scientist the J.J. Thomson observed those negatively charged particles are called electron అని చెప్పాడు. Okay, and the electron particular name but discovered by the J.J. Thomson by using cathode rays experiment. Right? Similarly, what about protons? The positively charged particles are called protons, and who discovered proton? The scientist Goldstein discovered the and protons, and so generally named the protons. And next by which experiment? Anode rays experiment. By anode rays experiment he discovered the protons. Okay, and then what are neutrons? So any charge of neutron? No, there is no charge of neutron. And who discovered neutron? Chadwick. The scientist Chadwick discovered the neutron. Okay, Chadwick discovered the neutron, right? So from ఎక్కడి నుంచి చేశాడు ఇతను? From using isotopes. By using isotopes he discovered the neutrons. Okay, so this is about the brief review of the subatomic. Where these particles are present in the atom? ఎక్కడ ఉండే అవి? ఎక్కడ ఉండే atom లో? Nucleus. So this, for example, this is the atom. So in that the center point is there. In that center point, protons and neutrons are present. Okay. And around the this center point is known as nucleus. This center point మనం ఏమంటాం? Nucleus. Particles are called nucleons. Those particles are called what? Nucleons. What are nucleons? Electrons. What are nucleons? Particles which are present in the nucleus. So that protons and neutrons are called nucleons. వేటిని nucleons అంటాం? Protons and neutrons nucleons అంటాం, ఎందుకంటే which are present in the nucleus of the atom, right? And then electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a circular path. Okay, so those circular paths are called orbits or shells. Those circular paths are called orbits or shells. Okay, and this is about the it is minus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Okay, this is the charge of electron. And what is the charge of proton? Plus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Okay, what is the charge of electron? Charge of electron, neutron vadileyanడి. So there is no charge cover. So what is the charge of electron? Minus 1.602 to the power minus 19 coulombs, and here plus, and then same kani minus plus, and then so this is what electron charge, and then mass. So mass of the electron. So 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 27 grams, or 27 or 28? 20? 27 or 28? 27 grams. And what is the atomic mass unit? So R 0.00054 AMU. నేను చెప్పుకున్నాను AMU అంటే అటామిక్ మాస్ యూనిట్. ఎంత అది? 0.00054. What is the mass of proton? What is the mass of proton? 1.672 into 10 to the power of how much? Minus 20? 27? Minus 27 grams. Okay, and then in atomic mass unit 1.00672 AMU. So means proton mass is 1 AMU, and what is the mass of electron? Very less. It is very less. That is what 0.0054, and ikkada 1 point something, ikkada 0.000. Kabatti so these electrons mass are negligible during the calculation of atomic mass. Atomic mass calculate చేసేటప్పుడు electrons mass ని కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. electron mass ని 0.54 and ikkada 1.00672. Okay, and this is what proton charge. And next so what is the atomic number? Atomic number. So atomic number denoted by capital Z. Okay, so how can you calculate atomic number? Atomic number is nothing but what? Z is equal to number of atom present in atom. Okay, so ఎప్పుడు కూడా ప్రోటాన్స్ నెంబర్ బట్టే అటామిక్ నెంబర్ డిసైడ్ చేస్తారు. ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఆల్వేస్ నాట్ రైట్. సో ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ బేస్ చేసుకొని కరెక్ట్ అటామిక్ నెంబర్ డిసైడ్ చేయాలి. ఎందుకంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సో what is this sodium? So how many electrons are there in the sodium? 11 electrons. How many protons? 11 protons, right? How many neutrons? 11 neutrons. Okay, all are having same number, right? So what is the atomic number? Atomic number of the sodium is equal to 11. On which concept the atomic number decided to sodium? Number of protons or number of electrons? For example, if I take Na plus sodium plus, how many electrons are present in the sodium plus? 10 electrons. And how many protons? 11 protons. How many neutrons? 11 neutrons. So if you consider the number of electrons, what is the atomic number of sodium plus? If you while calculating the atomic number. Number of sodium plus ఏమవుతుంది 10 అవుతుంది. సో 10 అనేది రాంగ్ కదా. కాబట్టి సో Z is equal to, so while calculating Z you have to take number of protons only. ఎందుకంటే number of electrons are maybe involved in a chemical reaction కాబట్టి so if you consider the number of electrons while calculating the atomic number, so that number will be changed. sodium plus 10 అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి మన protons కాన్స్టెంట్ గా ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి number of atomic number nothing but number of protons present in the atom. సింపుల్ గా చెప్తే సరిపోతుంది. ఓకే, సో కొన్ని టైమ్స్ లో మాత్రమే నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ మనం కన్సిడర్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, ఆల్వేస్ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ రైట్. సో అటామిక్ మాస్ or atomic weight. So atomic mass denoted by capital A. What is atomic mass? How can you calculate atomic mass? Atomic mass is nothing but, so this is the atom. Electrons are revolving. Okay, around the nucleus electrons are revolving. So what is the weight of this? Okay, what is your weight ante? సో దీనిలో కూడా పార్టికల్స్ వెయిట్, ఏమేం పార్టికల్స్ ఉన్నాయి? ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ప్రోటాన్స్ ఉన్నాయి అండ్ న్యూట్రాన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ వెయిట్ అనేది నెగ్లిజిబుల్ అని చెప్పాలి. ఎందుకంటే దట్ ఈస్ 0.00054 AMU, వెరీ లెస్, నెగ్లిజిబుల్. సో అటామిక్ మాస్ డివైడెడ్ బై ద number of protons and number of neutrons. So atomic mass is equal to A is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. So where these particles are present? Nucleus. So that nucleus weight is nothing but atomic weight. అంతే కదా, న్యూక్లియస్ వెయిట్ ని మనం ఏమనొచ్చు? అటామిక్ వెయిట్ అనొచ్చు. సో న్యూక్లియస్ వెయిట్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ తిరుగుతున్నాయి కానీ బట్ దే ఆర్ నెగ్లిజిబుల్, దే ఆర్ లెస్ వెయిట్. కాబట్టి డ్యూరింగ్ calculation of atomic mass we considered only the protons and neutrons which are present in the nucleus, so that nucleus weight is equal to the atomic weight. So vidhanga atomic weight ni manam calculate cheyaలి. So atomic weight is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. See, and so atomic mass always is double to the atomic number, always, and sometimes so weight sodium actually atomic number is 11 and here the atomic mass is 23. So double means 22 become 23 ఉంటుంది. Atom, so mesons, positrons, some other particles are also present. So when calculating atomic mass, so these particles are also considered, so that the atomic mass sometimes is more than double. Okay, more than double ga untundi. So ala anamata. And remaining కొన్ని cases lo మీరు you can easily say that carbon, for carbon atomic atoms are some you name madam isotopes. What are these? Isotopes. having same atomic number but different atomic mass. Different atomic mass. Atomic number is same but atomic mass is different. So ఇక్కడ 12 ఉంది, 13 ఉంది, 14 ఉంది. And similarly H11, H12, H13. What are these? These are also isotopes. What is the name of one? Proton. This is deuterium. Deuterium. And this one tritium. Deuterium 2 double. And tritium triple. Tritium ala. Proton. This is proton. Deuterium and tritium. Okay, these are what? Isotopes. So like that atomic mass. And what about the neutrons? So how can you calculate neutrons? Number of neutrons. So number of neutrons is equal to atomic mass minus Z. Atomic number. Atomic mass నుంచి Z atomic number తీసేస్తే మనకి న్యూట్రాన్స్ వస్తాయి. ఎందుకంటే ఈ న్యూట్రాన్స్ ఎందుకు మనకి ఇక్కడ? So while calculating atomic mass, so we have to take number of neutrons also. So that neutrons can be calculated by this formula A minus Z. A minus Z ద్వారా మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయొచ్చు. లేదా అటామిక్ నెంబర్ తెలిస్తే you can know the number of neutrons. Okay, so then what is the how many number of neutrons are present in hydrogen? How many neutrons are present in hydrogen? So except hydrogen, except hydrogen, remaining atoms or remaining elements having some neutrons, but in the hydrogen the number of neutrons equal to 0. Okay, in the hydrogen there are no neutrons. There are no neutrons. So that here the atomic number is Z is equal to 1 and A is equal to kuda 1 వస్తుంది. So A is equal to ఎందుకు 1 అంటే only protons are present. There is no neutron, 0. కాబట్టి so atomic number and atomic mass both are same. Okay, so కాబట్టి దీనిలో ఒక హైడ్రోజన్ తప్ప మిగతా అన్నిటిలో కూడా ఉంటాయి. న్యూట్రాన్స్ అనేవి మిగతా అన్నిటిలో కూడా ఉంటాయి. ఒక హైడ్రోజన్ లో మాత్రమే ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ atomic mass, atomic number, and atomic model. So what is Bohr's adena? So electronic configurations. Okay, last ki cheptunnadu. Okay, and next enti Bohr's atomic model. Bohr's atomic model. So this model was proposed by Niels Bohr. This model was proposed by Niels Bohr. Okay. So number 1, electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a circular path. In a circular path are called orbits. So this is the nucleus. And around the nucleus, the electrons are revolving like this, revolving in a circular path. So these circular paths are called orbits. So these circular paths ne orbits are shells under. Okay, orbits are shells. Okay, and next point. Neither. So and these shells are, what are these? These shells are orbits, are numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4 or KLMN. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. Ila 1, 2, 3, 4. It is one shell, second shell, like that. Okay. And if the number of shells are increases, what about the energy? What about energy? Energy increase avutunda, decrease avutunda? So what is the energy formula? What is the energy formula? సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఎనర్జీ డిఫరెన్స్. ఎనర్జీ డిఫరెన్స్ అనేది అలా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే. So whether the number of shells increases, what about the energy of electron increases? Adi చెప్పండి. Number of shells increases. So generally, see, the electrons are revolving in a circular path, isn't it? While revolving circular path, that electron revolving around the nucleus never lasts and gain the energy. Neither lasts nor gain the energy. Okay. So while revolving, so here this is the nucleus. Around the nucleus, the electrons are revolving like this, isn't it? While revolving, that electrons neither last nor gain the energy. అంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఇలా తిరిగేటప్పుడు అంటే ఎనర్జీ లాస్ అవ్వడం కానీ ఎనర్జీ గెయిన్ అవ్వడం కానీ జరగదు. Neither loss nor gain the energy. So that these energy levels are called. These energy levels are called. Okay. Point. Stationary energy levels are. Why stationary? And next to postulate